So you might be wondering where I'm at. Something interesting going on here. And there it is. My new bike. It's a Triumph Street Triple R, matte graphite. Just about to head home. It's looking awesome. Love the radial brakes. Sweet, sweet engine. Great tires. Oh, it looks so good. And it sounds so good. This thing's amazing. Ah, listen to that thing. That triple chirp. Ooh. Warm up a little bit. Oh yeah. This will be fun. Thanks Burt's Mega Mall. They had the model I was looking for. They had the right colors. Had the right price. After a little bargaining. And gonna be getting some accessories for it, and I'll definitely show you those when I get them. But for now, we're taking a ride home. Woo! Alright. So let's see what we can do with these mirrors. I don't know. I guess you kind of tweak them out a little bit. Alright, we're first gear. Oh yeah. Got a brand new tires, so I gotta be careful. Yeah, that shift light comes on real early when you're in break-in period. I'll listen to it as much as I can. Alright, this is brand new from the crate, 0 miles as I drive off the lot. They want you to really keep the RPMs low at first, huh? No slipper clutch on this compared to the 300. So I gotta be a little careful with that. So far so good, just straight line. Not much in the way of turning. Gonna have to get used to downshifting and clutching in and all that, flipping. I do it on my 300, even though technically you don't have to with the slipper clutch. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna get the shift light the whole way home, basically. I have no fly screen, nothing, but at 60, you know, I'm not feeling anything like wind pressure that I need to worry about. First 300 miles, they want you to be really careful. I guess that's why the shift light's so low. I can smell the Miller Brewing Company up ahead. Now, what's pretty damn funny, and I don't know if you can see it from this side, is Budweiser has bought one of the billboards on the right side of the freeway over here, right across from the Miller bottling plant up ahead here. So it's kind of a FU to the competitor there. Ah, that was pretty dang funny. Yeah, it feels good. Gotta wear my tires a little bit. They're brand new, very slick. That blue light's going to be on the whole ride. Oh, it's going to be great. I'm sure you can see it. The camera might be pointed a little high right now, because it's used to my 300 riding position, which is much more hunched over, which is what I'm kind of used to, really. Probably should have done more street riding on the way here, but I don't know the streets too well. I know a little bit in that area. It's a little taller than the 300, but not by much, really. I'm still kind of, most of my ball of my feet, not just the toes, are on the ground. These are my taller boots, I guess. My sport boots are a little shorter, but I'm comfortable enough. Like I said, I'm 5'10", but my legs are a little short. There's the old spaghetti factory. I was there literally yesterday, and I'm almost tempted to go there again today, but my friend, Mr. Enabler, Solo One, really wants to see the new bike, so I'm heading all the way home so we can get a chance to see it. This is very, very comfortable. I mean, even at 65, you know, you're not feeling that much wind pressure being upright. The bike is able to do it without any drama. The seating position's good. I'm a little squashed into the tank, but I think that's more my fault than the bike's fault. And my hands, no pressure. My feet don't feel any kind of unwelcome pressure or anything. Yeah. This motor, from what little I've been able to take advantage of, it just feels really nice. And unfortunately I probably won't be able to really get into the fun part of it until I get closer to proper braking. Let's see what 50/40. I think it wants me around 4,000 RPM, which is pretty ridiculous. The headlights shine pretty good. They're both on. I didn't know that, and I'm glad to hear that. Because I think it kind of look a little ridiculous. I mean, I never had a problem with the change to these kind of trapezoidal or whatever shape you want to call these headlights that a lot of people did. I mean, the round ones look good too, but I think these look fine and more than bright enough for me. The brights are really bright as far as I can tell. I'm not going to blind anybody by testing them right now on the freeway. Dash is informative. You got gear, you got speed, you got clock, you got fuel, temperature. RPM's a nice analog gauge. I prefer it that way, though this shift lights are a bit excessive. Maybe I can there's a menu where you can play with those, so I might have to get in there and play with them just a little bit to make it let me get away with a little fun. Feel a little taller, can see over things a little easier on this thing. The mirrors are a little iffy, but maybe they work. Oh yeah. This is a good ride. Very smooth, very comfortable, like I said. You don't need to be all sporty, but you can get down and get more sporty on it. This is my first bike with handlebars like this. I mean, I've test ridden a couple, like the FZ09 and the FZ07. How would I compare this? Both of those felt more torquey. Like, not that this thing feels slow at all. It's just they seem to be more oriented towards a lot of torque. And this one is a little more smoother on the delivery. You get plenty of torque. It's just a little smoother by giving it to you. Where I feel like the FC for sure had a lot of torque, and that's most of what it had. It does run out of breath at upper RPMs because it only goes so far. This seems to go to about somewhere between 12 and 14. Now the FZ09, that thing was a bit of a monster, but my test ride didn't have many opportunities to try out the power and torque on that thing, but when I did, I saw that thing had a lot of kick. It had a lot of power. The bigger triple, it's 850 cc's, I believe. So that's almost 200 more than this thing. So you expect it to have more torque, and it has a lot more, or you know, a decent amount more at least. Yeah, it's funny, this place seems like it's kind of far away, but it's really like 35 minutes without traffic. It's just, when is it without traffic? And there are closer dealers. I did shop around. Of course, Mr. Solo One actually shopped around for me as well, which is comical. But, you know, it got my ass in gear and made me finally do it. And I'm glad I did. No regrets so far. No, I don't expect any. This is, it's feeling good. It's riding well. I'm looking forward to years of pleasure. A little triple. Not so little triple. Oh yeah. That's nice. I love that bridge over there on the left, by the way. Those nice, like, gaslight looking lights. It's a very ornate bridge. It looks great during the day. Looks nice at night too. If I had time, I'd zoom back and go through it for you. We'll see it another time. This matte graphite is a beautiful color. It goes gray with the red. I've always been a fan of gray. Of course, my Ninja was white, and I loved the white. I was very tempted to get the white if I could find it. And again, the place I bought this at had a white also, I think. I mean, the gloss white, I thought I always liked it whenever I got a chance to see one on the road or something, or parked up at Newcomb's or somewhere. But then I got to look at the matte graphite in person. That's the way to go. We'll climb. Yeah. I've already got plenty of mods in mind for this bike. Isn't that the disease? As soon as you buy a new bike, now you got to start planning what to do to it. Some of them are pretty common, some of them are very common. I mean, I definitely want the fly screen and the undercarriage. What do you call that? The front under tray thing. I think that really rounds out the look of the bike. Makes it a little less naked, but and I think the fly screen helps a little bit with the wind or bugs or whatever. I mean, it's called a fly screen for a reason, I assume. It flies. But it also polishes up the look of the headlights and the gauge cluster here, so I want to do that. Like I said, the under tray just kind of polishes up the front of it. Maybe protects the headers a little bit. Not that you want to hide those little 3 nice curly pipes down there, but you know, it'll clean up the look. I want to get the frame protectors. The Triumph ones look sweet. They integrate well with the bike. I've seen them on almost every street triple I've ever seen. So I want to get those. And of course I need some spools. Can't do maintenance without front and rear spools. Try to make some nice and clean ones, so I'll probably get theirs as well. And that might have me set for a little bit. Oh yeah! That engine roars when it wants to. Oh, that sounded good. And those are Top Gear pulls, so I'm not going super fast. I'm just getting a little bit of the juice. Sure, once you're in proper gear, proper state of tune, ready to push it a little bit, oh, it'll be sweet. Very, very sweet. 25 miles. 5% there, or something like that, right? I think I know this area. Zoo Drive. I used to come here with my 300 when I first bought it. This was where I practiced motorcycling on the street, so I could get used to how to ride and get used to feeling comfortable before I tried driving into work, riding into work. So I know this way pretty well. A little bit of corners, a little bit of curves. There's some areas where you got to keep your speeds down, which is perfect. It might actually rein me in a little more than that shift light's managing to do. Yeah, the seat's very comfortable. I imagine you could stay in this thing quite a bit. I know there is a comfort seat. I think it's a little taller. I don't think I want taller. I'm okay with where I am right now. A little water and oil on the ground right there. I'm gonna be careful. Feeling good, looking good. Having trouble finding neutral. There it is. Fucking phone in your hand. I found good. Idiot back there's got his phone in his hand. Not paying attention. So let's see if he's actually there, or what happens when I give him a call. You have such a killjoy, shift light. It's a good ride. Felt good. Bike feels great. Gonna be a little adjustment like any bike is. But felt good. Looks good. Here she is in all her glory. Looking good.